11 sex personality types. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The decompressor.
The explorer.
The fair trader.
The giver.
The guardian.
The passion pursuer.
Oh, the pleasure seeker.
The prioritizer.
Oh, the romantic.
I think I'm the romantic. The spiritualist.
The thrill seeker.
Ooh,
All
okay.
right. Out of those, just hearing the titles, what did you think?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
Welcome to Keeping It Casual.
A sex-positive dating and relationship advice podcast.
Yes, I'm married with 2 kids.
And I'm navigating this crazy dating world.
We're just here to share our drama.
And the wild stories of our listeners.
Your Vegas girls are here for you.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Spoke to my slutty heart.
Speak to my slut heart.
Oh God, yeah. It's a lot of where your power and your confidence comes from, you know?
Yeah. I
Make
got that pussy
man-
power.
When you make power to pussy power. You guys, we're sick of talking about everything that's going on in the world. Today, we want to talk about pussy power.
You know what? And I will talk a little bit about that too. Cool. All right, let's do it. Okay, let's just bring it in. Let's just do it.
All right.
Let's be authentic to ourselves. We don't have to interview anybody. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How I've missed you.
I've missed you too. We can be in the same room. We're still 6 feet apart, guys.
We are, but we're together.
We're together.
And God damn it, you look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Bree's living the quarantine dream because there's now 2 estheticians living here, and I show up and like everybody's makeup's done. Nobody's doing my makeup, so of course I don't have any eyelashes. Well, you can barely see my eyebrows,
You know,
but I'm here.
Is my one friend. She asked. She goes, so like because you and Monique, because I'm living with Makeup by Monique
Yes.
now.
Oh, she's fierce.
And she has started a makeup Instagram. If you want to follow it, I'm going to put it in the show notes.
Yes.
It is horror and highlights because we're both horror movie fans too. So at night we'll watch like scary movies together and whatever. It's not a big deal. But yeah, my one friend, she asked, she was like, are you guys just like doing each other's makeup constantly? And it's like, no, we do our own makeup.
And at night they do like pumpkin facials and like they're doing each other's toes and nails. They're so glamorous.
No, but at night what we've been watching like scary movies together at night and stuff, but what we're planning on doing, and we say we're going to start this tomorrow, is we're going to watch all the movies in the Conjuring universe from not in the order that they came out, but in chronological order of how they fall in the Conjuring.
I had no idea that was like that. That sounds to me like a Star Wars situation. Like I never saw all the Star Wars. Maybe I did when I was little. I don't remember. But I feel like now if I'm gonna watch them, I gotta go like in order.
No, you want to go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9.
I don't want to.
No, but you have to see them the way I did. Damn it.
How many movies are there of The Conjuring?
A lot. There's a lot of, like, you think just Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, right? That's it. But there's The Nun.
Oh.
There's the Annabelle. There's multiple Annabelle
I've
movies.
seen Annabelle. Hated that. Saw it when I was pregnant. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Get
me out of here.
But there's 3 of them, so who knows which one you watched.
The pregnant one. The one she's pregnant.
That might have been the first Annabelle movie.
It's terrible. I was like, I hate you, Chris. Quit bringing me the scary movies.
Yeah, there's The Nun. There's the Annabelle movies. There's the first Conjuring movies, because there's a bunch of spin-off movies. The Curse of La Llorona is one. It was one in the Conjuring universe.
I tried to watch that too.
Yeah, that one was not great.
I was going to tell you because I know you do love scary movies and you can appreciate, but Invisible Man,
I haven't seen it yet.
it was fucking good, and I was like, this is going to be so dumb.
See, I thought it was going to be like Hollow Man, and I was like, I don't
That's
care.
exactly what I thought, which actually is funny because that's the last movies that lead to hot sex. And we were Chris and I went camping in Hollow Man.
told me, yes. And I was like, God, I hate Hollow Man as a movie. I don't know how you did that.
I think it's like movies I just don't care about. Those always lead to hot sex. Anyway,
actually,
but there were some sexy parts.
You know what's crazy? This isn't about movies that lead to hot sex. We're gonna talk. You guys, we miss talking about sex.
Yeah,
with you
we're
all.
sick of talking about the giant elephant in the world, so we're going to talk about sex
We
today.
are.
So just hang.
But let me get to that in a second. I noticed that I'm the type of person that like I rewatch Parks and Rec like it's nobody's business, and I'm rewatching Stranger Things right now, and I saw something that said people who suffer from severe anxiety like to rewatch movies and shows that they've seen all the time. It doesn't matter if it's a scary movie or funny or whatever, because they know the outcome and they don't have the anxiety of what's going to happen next.
Really? Do you think it's a
Yes.
comfort thing as
It is
well?
a
Like it
comfort
just
thing.
kind of takes you, maybe you watched it when you were at it was a very comforting time in your
Yeah.
life or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's interesting. Or maybe it was just I love watching Sex in the City over and over again because I was at my most powerful cosmopolitan woman moment.
See, I love rewatching Parks and Rec just because it's funny. It makes me feel good. How I Met Your Mother is another one that's funny. It makes me feel good. That one makes me cry though. Parks and Rec doesn't really make me cry.
I don't think I can rewatch a lot of things. I get very...
I'm a big rewatcher. And you know what? It's because I can turn it on. I don't have to think about it. It's background noise and I could be doing something else while I'm watching it.
That's my Cougar Town right now.
Yeah. So you've been watching Cougar Town.
Which came out like 2009, but I never really watched TV then. I was like, if it wasn't on HBO, it never happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm watching Cougar Town and I love it. And I just look at Courtney Love and
Courtney Cox.
Yeah, that one. She's just adorable.
Yeah.
And she's fun.
You love Courtney.
I do. I love Busy Phillips. Is actually the
awesome.
star of Cougar Town. She's amazing. Who actually did the sickest impression of Courtney Love? Did you ever see her perform Violet?
No, but I'm going to Google it now.
Afterwards, we'll do this.
Afterwards, yeah.
It's so good.
I've been rewatching Stranger Things, and I got our girl Sylvia. Sylvia does not watch movies. She doesn't watch TV. But I was telling her a little bit about Stranger Things. She's like, my brother said he wanted to watch it too. So she sat down and she binged like 2 seasons, and she's in season 3. And Monique and I were talking, and she goes, "Man, I wish I could watch Stranger Things again for the first time." And I was like, I know, I'm a little jealous of her.
I've never watched it. Chris
it's
has.
so good.
Well, even like Lindsley last week, she was talking about like how busy she is all the time.
Yeah.
She's like, I got to watch Ozark. Like it was the first
and I was
time
like,
she's watched.
I love Ozark.
It's like the first time she's watched something, and that's like 3 seasons deep now. So
Have you watched Ozark?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, everybody's just kind of taking the time to like, wow, binging shows is kind of like a high. Like,
Well,
it's
and
really
Jason
fun sometimes.
Bateman, I didn't know he was such a good serious actor. Like I've seen him in these like dorky, goofy roles.
Snarky, cocky,
Yeah.
sexy, but
Yeah.
stuffy.
Yeah, I was like, Jason Bateman, what's up with you? Free for lunch?
Some sexy, snarky businessman swag he had.
I know.
You're like, it's all right.
What's up with you? Free for lunch?
Like he'd be kind of bossy in the bedroom.
Which we know I'm a brat, so I like that.
Yeah, he'd be kind of like I feel like I couldn't boss him around much, and that kind of gets
You
me a
could
little
have, like,
interested.
his character in Horrible Bosses, you could boss the hell out of him.
Not in Ozark, though.
Not in Ozark, no.
I
I love Horrible Bosses, though, because I love Jennifer Aniston's character.
Oh, she's such a babe.
Sexy. She wore that dark wig because she was like, I can't
Was
play.
it a wig?
Yeah, it was a wig.
Oh.
She said, I could not play that role as Rachel from Friends. Like, I had to wear the dark wig.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't be that sexual harassing dentist as Rachel from Friends.
And her wig was on point. Okay.
It was so good. When I first saw that, I was like, I want to dye my hair dark like that.
Yeah, I want to be Jennifer Aniston. Like her hair was so great. I was like, damn. She's like, you need to cut this perfect to my face. 'Cause she was the queen of new hairdos.
Oh, yeah.
I did have the Rachel in high school.
I had the Rachel, too. Everybody had the Rachel.
So dumb.
Oh.
And then Courtney Cox, we were talking about, you remember
Courtney
her Scream
Cox's
3
bangs.
bangs?
Courtney Cox's bangs in Scream 3 were not good.
The worst
Courtney
bangs of all
Cox's,
time.
you know what? I heard, okay, Monique was telling me today that chunky streaks are coming back, and I'm very upset about this.
I won't have it.
I won't. Ladies, don't let low-rise jeans come. If we don't let it happen, it's not going to happen.
Boot cut low rise jeans with the emblems on the
and the
pockets.
fucking thongs stinging out. If we don't let it happen, it's not going to happen. Low-rise jeans cannot make a comeback.
Thongs are not allowed to hang out, ladies.
And chunky highlights, I don't want it.
We're taking our stance now.
It's not happening. I'm very serious about this.
Oh man.
But I did like, and they were chunky streaks, but in Scream 2, Courtney Love had the jet black hair with those red burgundy streaks.
Oh.
That looked hot.
You know what? I do appreciate like any kind of burgundy hair with like some fire red streaks
Yeah.
or like brown with the auburn streak. I like that. That contrast is always very gorgeous. But before we get on a tangent about hair, you guys got to give a big shout out to our new partners in crime, Like a Kitten, who want to inspire every woman to embrace their sexuality and mainstream masturbation.
So, of course, we partnered with them. They provide sensual subscription boxes and single boxes filled with one vibrating toy just for you and tons of other goodies to spice up your sex life.
Hell yeah. We got all of you 20% off. Go to likeakitten.com, apply code KEEPERS20. You will get that hookup.
More about Like a Kitten later, though.
Besides you being in dream quarantine with you babe estheticians over here looking all foxy, what else has been going down? What you been into?
Cooking a lot.
Yes.
Like gourmet cooking.
Like first thing you're up and cooking.
Yes, I made a frittata for breakfast one day. So my roommate, she's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
So I took soy chorizo.
I was questioning your meatless Mondays. I'm like, like, what's going on?
Meatless mornings.
Oh, okay.
Every morning I'm doing meatless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I did soy chorizo, eggs, obviously it's a frittata, spinach, tomato, chopped up sweet peppers, and I sauteed them, and a little bit of mushroom and cilantro. Mixed it all up, put it in the oven, cheese, whatever. Eat it. My favorite thing I've made so far,
Oh, and you're baking it. See, I'd do all that, but I'd scramble it with an egg. I'd saute up all the veggies, and then I'd throw a couple eggs in and scramble them.
Yeah, well, the frittata is like a quiche, but without the pie crust.
Oh, that sounds delish.
Yes, but my favorite thing I made was a sweet potato hash.
Oh,
So I cut up a sweet potato, and then I sauteed up a bunch of veggies, and we used vegetarian breakfast sausage, which I actually like more than regular breakfast sausage anyway. And then you crack a few eggs on top because they're going to be like sunny side up, and you put it in the oven in a skillet and let it cook for like 20 minutes.
Interesting.
So fucking good. I've made
crushing breakfast over here.
I'm crushing breakfast, and I'm not one notoriously who ever ate breakfast. I'm pretty sure at like the beginning of our show, I was always like, yeah, I don't eat breakfast. So like, you're lucky if I make a fucking protein shake. That's because I was working and I had no time to make breakfast. Now I'm making breakfast. I'm making salads every day for lunch for me.
I've been doing more salads.
Working out. You know what I did?
I brought salads back.
You know what I did for a salad the other day? Because I was running out of vegetables.
Holler at me about your salads because we all need more salads in our life.
Seriously, all I did was shredded cabbage, fresh spinach, chicken, and balsamic.
Yeah, remember? Oh, okay. Remember you came over one day? I was like, girl, I was all I had was like this like shitty iceberg lettuce, so I decided to chop up cabbage in there, just give it some crunch and give it some nutrients.
Nutrients.
Give me about nutrients. But just adding all the stuff. I'm really loving the balsamic and then just adding salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Balsamic, salt and pepper, maybe a little Italian seasoning, maybe a little squeeze of lemon. Yeah, and it's good. Really, you don't have to destroy your salad with a ton of ranch and all the big goofy salad dressing. So I think we were talking for a while, and it was just hard to like get into your routine at home. And like I finally found like I made sure that I'm buying salads, so I have like spinach and all kinds of things to make every day. And
what I've realized is what's gonna suck is when I do go back to work,
trying to get back into that new routine,
getting into a different routine because I've been working out every day and I've been using Michelle's booty bands.
Oh my god. Yeah, thank you to Michelle. Now your butt is looking amazing, but yeah, Michelle's booty bands are popping.
They are.
They're no fucking joke.
They are not, you guys. Michelle Davis Fitness, she is doing those free workouts right now on her web page.
I love it. And also I've been living for Lindsley's cherryboomboom.com. You got to go to cbb.tv. They got heels classes, they got yoga classes, and you just feel like I'm dancing with some of the hottest cabaret dancers like
because
in the
you
world.
Are.
Because they're pussycat dolls, okay? They're basically learning from an OG pussycat doll, and that's what's going on. So I've been doing that. And
so awesome.
I also got together with a very fabulous socially distant workout video that we shot with Jenny and Leanne from True Fusion. Yeah.
Love it.
Cake Baller and Leanne G.
Yes.
And it was so much hot in here.
Yes, I love it.
And Jenny's was ball for me, their episodes, but they're just badass instructors and they're just sick of not being able to move their body, but they know we need to move our bodies. We need to get together and do it in a fun way, but also in a safe way. So we're going to be doing some pop-up like Instagram TV workout videos.
I love it.
All around in different outdoor areas and
good. Because you can socially distance at the park and work out together right now.
You can. I mean, you can do things in smart ways and, it's not trying to get everybody to run out and do things, but it's like if you have a group that you want to do something with and you want to do it smart in a safe way, then practice that, just
I've been working out at home by myself, but I've shown you my workouts I'm doing and they're not easy.
No, they're not. I love that all this online content you can really just like appreciate now. So Instagram TV, if you find good YouTube channels that you're enjoying. Who's the chick you're watching?
Mad Fit.
Okay.
She's fit. She is mad fit too. You saw her.
Okay, so for yoga, I kept just like getting out of my workout routine. So I'd go really hard and then I'd stop for a few days and then I'd go really hard again. Then I'd hurt myself. And
we had both hurt ourselves. We had both hurt our butt in the same spot. Because I was doing the same thing. I'd go hard or nothing.
Yeah.
Go hard or nothing.
Yeah. So I realized I need to go back to my foundation and go back to my core and just do yoga. And sometimes I don't have the patience to just do yoga every day because I'm like, I need more. So, but doing that and practicing that for a good week of just yoga, I have really found my stride again. So I'm glad I did it.
I'm glad you did it too. I told myself one rest day, and I got to keep doing my HIIT every other day. And I was doing it, and I've built up on it. And now I do my 20-minute HIIT, and then I do I found these little Pinterest workouts that are 10 minutes. And so I'll do my 20 minutes of HIIT, and then I'll do my 10-minute little Pinterest workout, and I'm just going to keep building on that until I get the desired results.
And you start to crave those healthy habits. Remember we were
do.
talking about how we were eating salads every day.
Every
we
day.
were the salad. We had such a great, and it was just we were eating healthy. We're just reminding each other, and we started to crave that. Even on the weekends, we'd go out. We'd be like, let's get a yummy salad. We were just couldn't stop ourselves.
I'm trying to be back on the. I mean, if I drink, it'll be one drink. I'm on pretty much on the no drinking train again.
Yeah,
I'm not completely 100% sober because I just don't want to.
because it's not fun.
It's not fun.
But just cutting down,
yeah, well, because when we first started this quarantine thing, I was drinking every night, and I was drinking by myself, and I don't drink by myself.
Yeah, it gets boring and a waste of time, and then you start to feel like, you know what, there's better things.
I saw myself gaining weight. I saw my body changing. And guys, if having a few drinks every night is helping you get through this shit, then that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do whatever you gotta do. Do whatever you have to do to survive.
Yeah.
Don't get full-blown bad habits and alcoholism or whatever, but I'm just talking about what works for me.
Yeah, but check yourself or you wreck yourself. But
exactly.
Honestly, this yoga channel I found, it's called Boho Beautiful, and she does yoga she's like, we're on the beach of the south of France. I don't know. She's all over the world in beautiful beaches, and I'm like, this is yoga I can watch on TV.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like
you don't like watching them in the studio.
I don't want to see you in the gym. Like, bitch, be on the beach. I'm trying to vacay with you.
Right?
I'm trying to do yoga on the beach.
You're like, I'm back in Cabo and I'm doing yoga.
Oh, yeah. So if you're looking for some fun things, we got
God,
tons
I
of
go on the beach.
I know. We'll be there. We'll get there, guys. But you know what? We're sick of talking about all of this drama. We just want to talk about sex again.
Oh, we missed talk about sex.
And
baby.
We got a fun one today.
Yes, we do.
I'm so excited.
We both read into it, but we haven't really read too much into it because we want to guess.
We want to discover together and with you. So it's kind of like, okay, there's the languages of love, right?
Yes.
And then you got to know which love language you are. And
what
then
is your love language?
Mine, I think it's acts of service and physical touch.
See, my number one is physical touch. My secondary is act of service. And yours is acts of service and then physical touch. That makes sense. But it makes sense that physical touch is my love language because I don't let anybody just touch me. I'm not a big hugger with a bunch of people. I don't, if I don't know you, I'm not really hugging you or anything.
I don't know. She's always squeezed me. Not today, but whatever. That's okay. One day.
Social distance.
We'll squeeze again.
Yeah, but no, because I know you and I love you. If you pay attention, I'll high five people I don't know, but very rare do I hug people I don't know.
I don't know. I'm too busy hugging everybody. I'm a hugging whore.
You are.
I'll hug the shit out of you.
I gotta say, I miss talking about sex, but my roommate, she and I were talking. We're talking about just my dumb dating life, and I mean, my dating life's fine right now. But we were talking about my exes and how
the dumb part of the dating life.
The dumb part of my dating life. And she spoke to my love language because she was just like, it has to be problems with them. She goes, because any guy that's cheated on you, if anybody's going to give them good sex and a lot of sex, it's going to be you. And I was like, my pussy and I really appreciate you.
Speaking of my slutty heart.
That did speak to my slut heart. Come on.
Speaking of slutty heart, so if you're an OG fan of the podcast, then you know that one of our favorite tests of all time was the BDSM test.org.
Throw it back to Sex Talk with a Brat and a Switch because I am a brat.
That episode is number 5 or 6, but it continues to be in the top 10 most downloaded of all time.
It does. And you guys, we have something really fun planned for episode 100, which is right around the corner.
Oh my God, you guys, this is episode 96. That's insane. But anyways, yeah, so the BDSM quiz was fun. I'm a switch.
I'm a brat.
Yeah, so you can find out that. But the new thing to hear about is the sex personality type.
So we obviously can't hang out and do business meetings together and go eat salads together, drink micheladas or whatever. So she calls me and she's like, oh my God, I've heard about sex personality types. And I was like, what?
Yes, there's a quiz for it.
So where did you find this?
So I was actually listening to one of my favorite sex podcasts. It's Sex with Emily. She's just the badass. So she had this really incredible sex therapist, a licensed psychotherapist for 15 years. Her name's Vanessa Marin, okay? She's actually developed this quiz for couples who are kind of frustrating. I'm I'm paranoiding. I'm making up a lot of words today. I'm paraphrasing, but like she basically made this quiz for couples. She said a lot of them are just kind of feeling incompatible or they don't know how to talk to each other about sex. So I made up kind of a fun quiz to kind of like pinpoint what kind of sexual personality are you, because everybody wants different outcomes in sex, or
Yes,
they
we do.
look for sex for different reasons.
What do you think you look for sex for? I look for sex as a way of connection and intimacy.
Absolutely 100%, and also to please my partner. I want to keep him on his toes and let him nose. I think that has a lot of my dominating personality. Like,
See,
I will please you.
that is, and mine, because I look at it as a form of intimacy and connection, has to go back to my love language of touch.
Absolutely.
That's all connected, you guys.
And I'm like acts of service, and I want to
Yeah.
fucking please them. Oh my God, we nailed it.
I don't actually know my sex personality type. We didn't take the quiz because we wanted to read the personality types together.
And they say that you might be connected to probably like at least 2 or 3 of them, but try to pick one or maybe pick 3 and then kind of
Narrow it
shake
down.
them up. But maybe you're just trying to deliver sex to your partner the way you want it. Same as the love language situation,
Yeah.
right? They talked a little bit about it, but they didn't go deep into it. So I
Yeah.
thought today we could we can name off the types and then we'll go back and kind of like describe what the types are. So
I love that.
yeah, so as you guys are listening, you can kind of like, figure out who you are as well. And please share it with us because
And
we love to
so-
know your kinky side. Let's go deeper. So we're going to go to Vanessa Marin's website and we're going to look it up.
Hi, keepers. It's Bree.
And MJ.
May is National Masturbation Month. We had Mother's Day and it's Taurus season, and we have the perfect surprise box for any of your favorite babes.
That's right. From Like a Kitten, women-owned and operated, they strive to empower women to explore their sexuality and mainstream masturbation by providing sexy subscription or single boxes filled with sensual products and one motorized toy.
Plus, their website, likeakitten.com, is full of sex education. I love their blog, Pillow Talk, which has a ton of sex-positive articles. Also, on their website, they have a bunch of individual items that you can buy.
Yeah, they have some really cool variations of their boxes too. You can choose from different moods you're having, like their signature box. It's got it all. The breakup box, their seasonal box dropping June 1st for summer, which is definitely the vibe for everybody.
The quarantine boxes are on fire right now. I bought one for a friend, and she sent me a picture of her in her satin robe trying to seduce her man.
Yeah, I'm loving the quarantine boxes. I've actually ordered like 3 for friends already because you can't beat the price. And I love how you can pick and choose from different options. Like they'll say an item to pass the time and you can choose from like 7 different things. One friend I sent a sex card game. The other one I sent binding ties. And what did you send your friend with the robe?
A massage candle.
Yes, I know. Another option, you can pick something from like a robe to sensual lingerie. Lingerie or lingerie? The verdict's still out. But yeah, those are just a few examples of some fun options that'll come in the box. And we got you 20% off it all.
Ooh, and don't forget about those bath bombs that melt with a little buzzing surprise inside.
Oh my God, right?
Go to likeakitten.com right now and use code KEEPERS20 at checkout for the hookup.
Ooh, and they're also launching a luxury bridal box this month too. We got you, ladies. It's still possible.
Don't forget you can order your Summer Vibes box right now, and June 1st they start shipping. See why we are so excited about them? Go to likeakitten.com and use code KEEPERS20 at checkout.
They're waiting for you. Right, meow. No.
Right, meow.
It's 11 sex personality types, okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The decompressor,
The explorer,
the fair trader,
the giver,
the guardian,
the passion pursuer,
oh, the pleasure seeker,
the prioritizer.
oh, the romantic,
I think I'm the romantic. The spiritualist.
the thrill seeker.
Ooh,
All right. So out of those, just hearing the titles, what did you think?
I think I'm either the romantic or the spiritualist.
Okay, well, I think I might be like passion pursuer. Like that can come into my idealism where it
Yeah.
always has to be just like phenomenal, but you
Oh,
know,
God.
a little too much sometimes. But also like the fair trader. I want to make sure that like, hey,
The giver.
Yeah. Oh, those are 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's look at your first one. You said the romantic, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to read it to you, okay?
Okay.
So the romantic is sex is all about connection for you. And what did you say? Intimacy?
Intimacy and connection.
Oh my God. So it says you want to experience real emotion intimacy with your partner while you're being physical.
Yep.
It's important for both you and your partner to feel present in the moment with each other. Sometimes you may like slower, more drawn out sex, like exchanging exchanging I love yous during sex or making eye contact.
Eye contact during sex can be one of the hottest things ever, especially like making sure that like the eyes are open when you're orgasming and just locking right into. Oof, oof.
Jeez.
It's such an emotional moment though. Like you have to be able to do that with somebody you completely love and completely trust.
Yeah.
It can't just be some like fuck boy.
That is fucking hot. And it usually just ends with my hand around his throat. But yeah. It's like, yeah, well.
I also said the spiritualist too.
The spiritualist. What was your top one?
The romantic.
The spiritualist, she said. Oh, Bree goes deep with her little bratty self. Okay. The spiritualist. You enjoy sex that connects you to a higher purpose. You think sex should be a transcendent experience. Sex is bigger than what's happening in the body. You may be religious or you may enjoy Eastern philosophies like Tantra.
I've never done Tantra. But, I will say this. I do believe that sex, the universe, God, whatever it is you believe in, everything is connected in some way, in some spiritual form or something. Like, you know when you go to a concert and you're like, that took me to church? Have you ever had that kind of sex? I have.
Oh yes. It might have been a little bit of mushrooms, but either way.
No, but for real, like I do. I look.
Wow.
Yes, I'm a very spiritually, like I believe that sex and spirituality and everything all connects in some way.
Interesting.
Yes.
Huh. The BDSM quiz brings out a lot of different things in our side, so
Well,
this
and
is
I
very
think- but
telling
see,
as well.
I think kinkiness can be loving.
Sure, absolutely.
Like kink is long drawn out sex. If I'm in a scene, whatever. When you have a partner who you love, who you trust, who's just smacked your ass so you're red and then just tells you, I'm in love with you. That is one of the most amazing moments.
Oh wow.
Yes.
It's so incredible all the different things that people get from sex, you know what I mean? Like I think I use it as a little bit of like a keys to the kingdom, you
So
know
you
what I
said
mean? The passion pursuer.
That's
yeah.
what you said.
Okay.
You like sex to feel all encompassing, intense, and passionate.
Yes.
Maybe even animalistic. You're very good in tune with the energy between you and your partner doing sex during sex
Doing sex
when
too.
you guys doing sex to each other during sex. You love the idea of letting go and losing yourself in the moment. For you, the best sex is when time seems to stand still.
Damn right. I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. I love the passion and the just the fireworks.
And we said the giver for you?
giver or actually the fair trader.
The fair trader. I'm going to read both of those though.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do the fair trader first. For the fair trader, generosity is most important in the quality of sex. You like there to be a balance. You want to know if that your partner enjoys giving as much as you enjoy receiving, vice versa. That's actually very true with you. Because you're like, if a man don't go down on you first, fuck him.
That's right. Bounce.
But
Don't
you're
give
also
up nothing.
the one to
Give
pull
first.
the move first.
That's
Yeah.
right. Just to make sure I give it back. But if he doesn't return the favor, you out.
Yeah.
Sucker.
It's important to you that you and your partner are both willing and enthusiastic. You like knowing that you're both open to each other's needs and willing to work together. Now,
This sounds a lot like me.
it does. And actually, I actually kind of approve to that too, because
You
like
relate to that one.
I would never be able to have sex with somebody if they weren't into it. But what's
It
weird
better be equal.
is I can have sex even if I'm not that into it. I can just be like, oh, okay, whatever. Like if I'm not in the mood, but my partner wants it, and I'm like probably like, oh no, but I can do it anyway. I can get myself in the mood.
I've done that before, but then I got kind of mad at myself, and I was like, "This is not into." You know, like I was just grumpy and not in the mood. But I was like, "I'm gonna just do it because I should be. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna do that for my partner."
Yeah.
And I'm not good at doing that. I was just
I
like
am.
cold and like not. I was almost like angry with everybody after
Maybe
that.
you're not a giver. You're a fair trader. You're not a giver.
Right. They're right.
Well, we're gonna read the giver anyway because I think I might be a giver.
Let's read the giver.
You view sex and pleasure as a gift that you give to your partner. I don't know. Your partner's sexual experience is as important to you as your own, and probably even more so. That's not me.
I think you do if you get as a gift for your partner, though. I'd agree that.
Yeah, I do. But more than my own, no. It has
Oh,
to be a little balanced.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. More fair trade.
You're very in tune with your partner's experience. That is true. And it makes you feel good to know that you can make your partner come. No, it just says you can make your partner feel good. You may also struggle with receiving. I don't struggle with receiving, but I do get hot from making my partner feel good.
Damn right. I've heard that from a few girls that they have trouble like receiving.
I've heard that too.
And they also back off from actually giving. because they have really trouble receiving. They're like, I don't want to do that for him because I don't want him to feel like he has to do it for me. And it's a weird, I don't know. I've had a conversation with a couple people about that.
Girls who tell me that if they don't like that they don't like being gone down on, I just say, you know what? You just say, I'm not interested, but I'd like, if you like to give blowjobs, but you don't like to receive oral. I mean, obviously, sometimes it's so hard to tell your partner these things. But if you can tell your partner, like, I want to please you, but I don't care to receive back, then just tell him that.
Yeah. Or just say, this is all about you. If you don't want to get into the details of it, you know, and you can do that.
I've done it. There was one time I was on my period and it was like,
I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah.
And period sex does not bother me, but like day 1 or day 2 period sex, I will not do.
We all know that there's a limit there.
There's a limit. Like, I don't care.
Some days are just not acceptable. But you know what? It's also a reason for ladies to just relax and be like, I don't have to do anything right now, but you can take the extra step and be like, he knows you're on your period. You're like, but tonight I'm giving you a massage. I'm going down on you.
See,
it's gonna be fucking epic.
Here's
That's
something.
a giver. Can all take that, and you're welcome.
Go with it, flow with it, and then 2 days later be like, oh yeah, I was on my period. I'm ready for period sex.
Right.
And I'm sorry, men, you need to be open to period sex.
I mean, just hop in the shower if you don't want to, but
if you don't want to lay a blanket down,
cramps.
whatever. It does. It helps with cramps.
Yeah.
Orgasms help.
Yeah,
women,
you ain't gonna get all crazy in 69 and stuff. Just slip it in and let's have some fun.
Yeah. And ladies, I mean, if you are solo or if you like girls, I don't care. Asexual and you just only want to have sex with yourself, I don't care. Like, whatever you are, fall on the spectrum of sexuality. There's so much that I can't get into. Masturbate, use your vibrator, put a towel down, or go in the bathtub with one of your water usable.
Oh, on the period? That's my friend. Yeah. Go to likeakitten.com.
Go to likeakitten.com. But yeah, get a water resistant sex toy and take it into the bathtub with you. Or if you're like me, you just put a towel down on your blankets. You don't care. And masturbate while you're on your period, and that orgasm will make you feel like 300 times better. I swear to God.
Masturbating when it's that time of the month is definitely a big to do.
I'm hornier when it's that time of the month anyway.
I know, and leading up to it, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're ovulating. You're like the most horny.
I can feel myself ovulate.
You know how I can tell is when all of a sudden Chris will walk by and maybe he like,
you can smell his pheromones.
Really. I can smell everything. Like, I'm like, did you have a beer? He's like, yeah, like an hour ago. And I'm like, I don't know why, but like anytime he drinks a beer and like smokes a cigarette, which is very unhealthy, but I don't know, just some of the pheromones from that. Yeah. Maybe it reminds me when we met or something. I'm just like, get over here.
It's your horny week.
Get into the bedroom now.
I can tell I've ovulated because I get one random weird cramp.
Yeah.
Seriously, I get like one random weird cramp and I'm like, oh,
there she
I'll
is.
see you in a week.
There she is, you bitch. All right. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. This one's called the decompressor.
Ooh.
For you, sex is all about stress relief. This sounds like a lot of men.
This sounds like I have a friend. She doesn't want a relationship. And all she says is she's like, I just want to have sex to decompress. I need a stress relief.
That's what masturbating is like for me.
Me too.
I mean, you know, we're more spiritual and pleasure seekers.
Yeah.
You know, we're not interesting though. Okay. But it says sex is a way for you to blow off steam and unwind. You may seek out sex because you're feeling tense or may simply enjoy spending time basking in the afterglow when sex is over. Maybe you like how sex puts you right in deep sleep afterwards.
See, I like that with working out.
Yeah. You may masturbate for the same reasons too.
Yeah.
Orgasms are important to you because they bring out the feeling of relief or sex. Sex just doesn't feel complete without that.
I definitely am not a decompressor.
I'm not either. That's my masturbation habit. It's like, all right, this is it.
Yeah, because if I have a partner, I'm seeking some form of intimacy there.
Yeah.
Even when I'm like, I know this is a one-time thing and this is just like whatever. I'm not gonna ever see this person again. I'm still seeking out some form of intimacy and some form of human connection.
Yeah, I've actually heard this from people where they're just like mostly
dudes,
couple of girls just whining about their man. They're like, he just wants to have sex as like a sleeping pill so he can just roll over and fall asleep afterwards.
That would suck.
She's like, we have sex all the time, but it just seems like he just wants to get it in so he can fall asleep. I was like, ugh.
That's not good.
Different languages.
The Explorer. Sex is your playground. You're all about novelty.
Ooh.
You're curious about sex and you love learning, experimenting, and trying new things. You like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. You don't take sex seriously seriously, and you can laugh about it if your explorations don't work out perfectly. You may read articles and books about sex, and you may even have signed up for one of my courses. Okay.
Vanessa Marin. Sex
I think
therapist.
we are both a little bit explorer.
Oh, definitely. Because we like the toys.
Yeah. Well, and with the toys, with the this, with the that.
We like to laugh about it,
we
too.
laugh about sex. We don't. I take sex in the act very seriously. But if something goes wrong, I'm able to laugh about it.
Exactly. I was just about to say the thing. In the moment, no way. You guys, this is why Bree and I decided to start a podcast, because we'd have lunch together eating our salads in my studio, and we talk about our slutty sex lives for like over an hour. And she'd be like, I gotta go back to work.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's start a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, like, I told you the story about the throat spray gone expired. Did I ever tell that on the podcast?
I don't know. Please tell it again.
Okay, so with my ex-boyfriend, we were making a video, you guys. So I was planning my best slut deep throat as there was. I had throat number. I didn't know throat number expired.
Ew.
And I remember it was a green apple flavored. I remember loving it, like when I was using it regularly, because it tasted like Jolly Ranchers. So I put it in my mouth. I went to go, and I had put a little bit on his dick. And then I started gagging immediately. He had me on camera on his phone, run to the bathroom and go, it's bad, it's bad. And we laughed about it immediately afterwards because that was really fucking funny.
Was your throat numb, or did it just taste like...
It never numbed my throat. That's how I knew it was expired, because it tasted bad and my throat didn't go numb. And I was like, is your dick numb? Like, I asked him if like any part of the dick I had put it on was numb. He was like, no, it's gooey. He's like, let me go wash it because you don't like the taste of this.
Oh my God. Okay, what's next?
Guardian.
The guardian. For you, it's extremely important for sex to feel safe. You like feeling that foundation of security with your partner and with yourself. Your boundaries are important to you, as is enthusiastic consent. You may have experienced sexual abuse in the past, which has led you to seek out safety as an adult. Or you may simply feel that bond of trust and security with a partner before and while being intimate.
I think a lot of people have that. I wouldn't say that I am the guardian in my sexual languages, but I like to ask for consent while having sex. And there are sexy ways to ask for consent. Do you like that?
Oh, yes.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, like stuff like that. I love having a guy ask me that and being able to ask my partner that.
I think that's a very good point that you bring
feel
up.
for you?
You know, because I think when people want to push things a little more and they're not sure with their partner, they're like, am I going to be too kinky or too weird for you?
Yeah.
You might be if you push it too fast.
Yeah.
But you also want to just bring things in slowly.
There's a finesse to everything.
Yeah.
And if you're nervous, tell me what your thing is. Just like if you really want to choke a guy, kind of like lightly put your hand, like start like go on top and lightly rub their neck a little.
Slide your hand up and down their chest and up their throat.
Up their throat. You like that?
And give it a little grip and a little pressure. They'll let you know quick.
How's that feel?
They'll grab that hand.
And there is a way to just, how's that feel? You like that? That is asking for consent in a sexy way, not being like,
do you mind if I stick my finger in your butt? Are you going to like that?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to like that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to think of that.
I've always been very sexually open with my partners. I think this podcast has made me much more true to where I have to be now.
Oh, yeah.
Always been very like, this is what I like. Here's who I am sexually. But not everybody can have that conversation.
No, it's hard. I think that's the reason like this whole thing has started. This whole personality type has started so people can talk in a fun way.
Because I've dated a bunch of shitbags. And now I'm dating a true gentleman. And it's like, it's very different because I'm still very open with him, who I am sexually. But it's not in the way that I've talked to all the fuck bags in the past.
Sometimes you have to get the let out and you realize like, okay, I've tried some things and I don't need to do those again.
You know what? And I think that's why I've dated so many shitbags. I've tried a whole bunch of things, but I don't need to bring all of them into the sex I'm going to have from here on out.
Honestly, new casual relationships are the greatest times to try new things. There's not that much commitment and, until
you fall in love with them.
Fear of the aftermath. All right, let's move it on.
Episode 1.
Speaking of the pleasure seeker.
For you, sex is all about pure physical pleasure. You just like to feel good. I feel good.
Nothing wrong with that.
You may even be confused about all these different personality types because you think sex is just one of those simple pleasures in life. You enjoy touch and physical contact throughout the day too. You don't need to feel an emotional connection with someone to have great sex with them. You may be a kinesthetic type of person. You learn by doing and you're tactile. Actually, that's interesting.
Sounds like another man type.
You know what? I see pleasure seekers and like polyamorous people.
Okay, yeah.
Would you say that? Like
Absolutely.
open marriages and stuff?
Well, I like how they're just very carefree and kind of, yeah. You don't need to feel emotional connection with someone to have great sex with them. In the past, I have
to be
definitely,
that person.
yeah, I've definitely agreed that, but I still always had that thing of like, if I'm not pleasing them, like to me, pleasure seeker sounds a little bit selfish.
A little bit. I mean, it just sounds like somebody who it sounds like a man. The pleasure seeker sounds very.
But yeah, somebody that's not
very similar to the decompressor.
It does. And it sounds like somebody who would be, look at us. We're just giving our ideas about this, okay? It just sounds like somebody who's not ready to be in a commitment. I think we've all had a little pleasure seeker in us.
Oh, I have.
The time. I think we've all had a little bit of all of these maybe.
I think so too.
It could just be like, where are you now?
But you know what? I think the first ones that I connected with, I've always been a little bit too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you can probably connect a little bit like, well, I might have been there before and then I grew and evolved, or I may have. Yeah, but all of them.
All right. So now we're going to read the prioritizer.
The prioritizer. The most important thing for you is that sex is something that you and your partner prioritize over other things in your life.
You don't want to make excuses about being too busy or too tired. You want to be intimate before that. You value your sex life and you're willing to spend time on it and make sacrifices for it. You like sex to be consistent. You may even have a specific routine with how often you have sex. Oh God, that sounds exhausting.
This sounds like a marriage. This sounds like marriage when you are just like trying to make it happen, because you go through phases in marriage when you're just like,
yeah, but this is like somebody who's like, there is never an excuse to be too tired for sex. That sounds exhausting.
That's kind of sounds like another person that has like a real idealistic mindset where it's like, if we're not having sex, nothing is right in our world. But sex goes, and as we've learned through the podcast and just talking to different people and different advice and different guests.
Samantha Jones is the prioritizer.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, our friend.
She's also the pleasure seeker.
Our friend who has like hour-long sex with her boyfriend all the time. She is the prioritizer.
Oh yes, they are both prioritizers.
They are.
You know,
that's
they're
why
just
they
like,
have such a banging sex life.
Life comes first.
She will tell me all her sexcapades, and I'm like, I let my boyfriend stick it in 5 minutes and we're fine. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm like, but the kids get me up at this time. I don't have time for that. She's like, what time do they get you up? I'm like, I don't know, maybe by 6. She's like, then you get your ass up at 4:30 and get it in. I'm like, okay, I'll try.
I know.
I don't have that in
when
me.
she said that, and like,
I was like, he leaves for work so early. I have to get up so. She says, did you fucking get up early? I was like, okay.
Yes, I know.
She's like a sexual personal trainer.
She really is. When I wasn't living with I'm not living with my boyfriend. I'm not living with anybody right now. But like when I was with my ex and we weren't living together or anything, she was like, well, why are you only having sex like 2 times a week? I was like, 'cause that's how often we see each other. Well, why don't you see him more? I don't need to see him. I don't want to see him more.
You need to get more. You need more sex. That's so funny. I didn't even think about that.
Oh,
yes.
I don't need more sex.
Oh, man.
I mean, right now I do, but that's a whole nother point. But like, I am not a sex prioritizer. That's what I will say.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the last one, we've talked about all of them. There is one more.
The thrill seeker.
All right. So for you, there's a thrill to having sex that feels forbidden or taboo. You may enjoy an element of power play in your sex life, like allowing your partner to dominate you or dominating your partner. Whereas the explorer simply likes exploration for exploration's sake. You crave that sense of taboo. What did they say? You enjoy dominating your partner, or they dominating you?
Maybe we're not explorers. Maybe we're thrill seekers.
Oh, damn.
No, but I don't look at like domination as taboo. To me, taboo is like the shit I will never, ever, 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 ever do.
I look at dominating as like the fair trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you down, but I want you to wrestle me for some control too.
As like being a brat, whatever, exploration more than thrill seeking. So,
no, you're right.
And you know, maybe some people do it for the thrill seek. I'm
Yeah.
not even going to get into it because
Yeah.
some people might be into it.
Yeah, we're not going to kink shame anybody.
No.
We're just here to, give our little ideas of what we think this stuff is.
Yeah, I always say, like, and this is a Dan Savage quote, but he always says be GGG, be good, giving, and game, within reason in bed. And I look at taboo as those things not within reason. And I'm pretty good at my within reasons in bed.
I hear you. Yeah, it's like I'm giving you a lot. I think the reason I get a little bit, maybe a more dominating, I switch to that really quickly, is like kind of bossy and sit down. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
You like it. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I think it also comes from, like, I think men look at women like we're very fragile, especially if you just meet a woman. Like, they're very gentle and very sensual. And, how do I know how much aggression to give them? Because some men don't know. So I feel like if I put it on them pretty hard, they're
like,
gonna feel like, okay, she's ready to play. So I think it shows them that, like, you don't have to be so gentle with me.
Well, I just keep saying, I'm like, harder. You can slap my ass harder. You could go harder. I have a friend who I used to hook up with, and he knew how to throw me around, whatever. Anyways, there was one time he smacked my ass, and I was just like, whoa! I was like, why'd you go so hard? He goes, because your ass was made for it. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
On that note, I mean, that was beautiful. I love that. quote of the show. Put that one on a meme on our Instagram page, would you?
Yeah, you're right.
You guys, this was a lot of fun. We're going to actually share a link to her website, Vanessa Marin, so you can look at all these little sex personality types and figure out, like, who you are.
You are.
And if you want to even play it with your partner, it'd be fun. But I also want you to share in the show notes the episode with Sex with Emily that she talked about it, because I think it was very
perfect.
I love shouting out and sharing, like, great things I'm listening to or reading or about.
And then if you guys feel like writing into us, letting us know your sex personality type, I'd love to hear it too. And I want to know what your sex personality type means to you. Like, I think we were very open with what we thought ours meant.
So I think number one out of that for you, if you had to say?
The romantic.
I think so too. And I'm definitely the passion pursuer.
And you know what's funny is those are the ones just by the title. We hadn't read into what they were, but just by the title, that's what we both connected with. That's
I know.
Interesting.
It's fun. Well, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I really love talking about sex.
Me too. I miss talking about sex.
It just reminded me. So send us more of your advice emails so we can get into your sex lives, because we want.
Please bring them in. Bring them in.
Email us. Send us an email. Emails are still working, guys. It's feedback at keepingcasualpodcast.com.
And we still check them.
And we still love your reviews. So please rate and review on Apple Podcasts as well.
Yes.
That's what you do if you ever wondered, like, what can I do for a podcast that I love? How do I support them? You rate and review. So
yes,
look us up.
But give 5 stars when you do it.
Just say, I got big old titties.
Yeah.
Or just
say
like,
whatever. It doesn't matter what
say,
you
I'm a pleasure seeker.
Yeah, I'm a pleasure seeker. Doesn't matter what you say. Just give the 5-star review, and it helps shoot us up the charts. I don't know why the algorithm does that, but it helped this way.
We've learned not to look at the charts because it's kind of like the scale. You know,
Yeah.
you're like, yay, I'm down 5 pounds. And then the next day you're like, why am I up 3 pounds? What the fuck?
How the fuck did that happen?
For a total of 8. So
Yeah.
but we have so much fun doing this with you every week, and it just is a different energy seeing you and being 6 feet
know.
away from you and actually doing
But
this.
actually being able to look you in the eye and not on
Yeah.
a computer screen, it's
Yeah.
great.
Well, this was electrifying. So
It
It was
was.
good times.
Until next time.
Bye. Oh, good times. We hope you related.
If so, let us feature you. Email us at feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com or show you're a keeper on Facebook. Like the Keeping It Casual page and join the group.
Yes, bonus. If you rate and review on Apple Podcasts, you get into our monthly Keeping It Casual swag giveaway. It's the last Wednesday of every month.
More hookups when you share us on your Instagram stories at Keeping It Casual Podcast.
That's right. Find me anywhere socially at MJ Radio Diva.
And I'm everywhere at Bree Mixed, BreeMixed.
Keep it casual.
Bye.